Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events. We've been talking about this weekend system heading our way for quite a while. And, when I looked at it on all the computer models, it would have been, if we would have had some sort of cold Arctic air, modified version of it in place, this would turn out to be one incredible storm system. With that said, it's still going to be a very potent storm system. But this is the type of situation that if we had that cold air in place, we would be talking about not only severe weather, but wintry weather as well. But because we don't have that cold air in place, at the surface at least, we are going to be monitoring Arkansas, much of the southeastern half of the state, for at least some potential for severe weather, especially Saturday afternoon and evening, ending early Sunday morning, the way it looks right now. Recording this Friday, January 20th at about 10:15 in the morning. So new data coming in all the time, and let's get straight into it. I don't want to waste your time with all this, but this is the newest outlook, which will be updated a little bit later on this morning into the afternoon. But right now what it's showing is an enhanced area. You have slight, enhanced, moderate, and high. So you have this enhanced area for eastern Arkansas, south and east of Little Rock, south of I-40 and east of I-30, especially this area from El Dorado to Pine Bluff to near Memphis, south and eastward, and then a slight risk which goes up here into central Arkansas. What are the main threats with this severe weather coming up later Saturday? I think by far the largest threat is going to be hail, and it could be very large hail. And the reason I say that is because there is a pocket of very cold air aloft which will be moving overhead, which will contribute to the formation of some large hail. Of course, you can't rule out wind, and then there's a tornado threat as well. I think it's mainly in far eastern and far southern Arkansas, and it's a low threat. I don't expect an outbreak, but it is worthy of watching. Now, let me show you why I have concerns, because I like to look at the 500 millibar pattern and back this up a little bit here. This is the newest GFS coming out this morning, 500 millibar. Again, GFS, this shows vorticity. And this is showing, let me back this up here. This is a midnight on Sunday morning. You see this? That is a potent, very strong upper level low. Lots of cold air aloft associated with this. And it moves south of the state, goes right over the southern half of Arkansas. If this had come a little bit further south, and there was enough cold air in place, your snow dances would come true. And then it moves east. But that's a very significant area of low pressure aloft. And just to show you, yes, the cold air coming later next week is still very much on schedule. There's the trough, and the cold air will be diving down towards the south. But there's a previous blog post about that. I'm spending this blog post talking about the severe weather potential. Now, this is the 4-kilometer NAM, North American model, simulated radar. And this is valid Saturday morning at midnight. There will be an area of thunderstorms over Louisiana. Some of the rain and maybe a couple thunderstorms. This is not what we're very concerned about in Arkansas, at least. For later tonight and into tomorrow morning, you can see how that batch moves mainly into Mississippi. And yes, that could bring severe weather to them. Then we're going to watch the afternoon and the evening. So this is at noon. We get southerly winds. You see those faint gray arrows, southerly winds. The one thing that let me just switch gears here real quick and show you the dew point. For significant severe weather to occur, you look for dew point values of 55 degrees or greater. And yes, we do achieve that, but barely. Again, you're going to see the higher dew points you see in the lighter blue showing up here in southern Arkansas. These are, again, surface. This is a measure of the surface moisture. And you see how that it's marginal, especially north and west of Little Rock, and much lower. So this is why we're expecting this area of the state to have the highest threat for any severe weather. This is Saturday afternoon, and you see those dew points do increase even into the overnight, but it's mainly, again, for that area that's outlined for the risk across southern and eastern Arkansas. At this time, it appears that the greatest threat for severe weather may be just east of Arkansas, but we're going to be on the fringe of this, and we need to watch it. So let's go back to the simulated radar. What this computer model, which is never perfect, models are just computers. They're not forecasts. But what this shows 6 p.m. on Sunday, thunderstorms, I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Saturday, need to clarify that. You see these thunderstorms across western and southwestern Arkansas, and watch how they move. And these are going to have the threat for some large hail. This is at 10 p.m. And watch how they move towards the east and begin to dissipate, not dissipate, but they move towards the east by midnight, east of the metro. And then I think the threat starts to come down a little bit. Now, with that said, I'm talking about the threat for tornadoes, I think will start to diminish at that time. But the threat for hail will continue. And we can't ever rule out tornadoes, isolated tornadoes in these situations during the entire period. But that's the time I'm going to be watching, really concerned about. And then again, it's a low threat. But with that strong pocket of cold air aloft, this is Sunday morning. I think these storms that develop here on Sunday morning and even, see here, even into the mid and late morning hours will have the potential to produce hail. They will be what we call elevated, and the hail potential with these will be of concern, and then that moves east by Sunday afternoon. Looks like still some by mid-afternoon, especially eastern Arkansas. So I hope that, just to tell you again and to recap how I think this is all going to play out, we have the potential, a slight to enhanced risk for severe weather later Saturday and into early Sunday morning. The main chance for severe weather will be situated across the southeastern half of the state, especially far eastern, far southeastern, and far southern Arkansas. The main threat will be hail. The impact with that will be substantial. Wind, yes, low. Tornado threat, low. Flooding threat, low. But it's hail that we're really watching. And of course, anytime there's a threat for tornadoes, it catches our attention and we're going to watch it for you, but it would be isolated most likely. So we'll keep you updated. Thank you so much for coming to the Arkansas Weather Blog. We are your ticket to big weather events.